think we're live. Yo! Let me know how everything sounds, because I've been working on my volumes. Wait. Let me know if you can hear my voice volume okay. Versus the guitar. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright. Where's my thing? My thing's right there, and I gotta move it there, and there we go. Yo! Bring the guitar up a bit. Bit more on the fiddle. I keep hearing everything. People telling me a little bit more on the guitar. All right. Says voice is excellent, everything. Okay, all right. We can do that. Okay, hold on. Was that a little bit better on the guitar? I want to do small increments. Did that make any change? Check 1, 2. Everyone says it's better, but is it enough? Because I only moved it a tiny bit because I didn't want to. Who says 2.979 dB? That is unusually specific. Says it could come up a touch more. All right. I you know what? I believe him. I'm going to bring it up. Check 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Everyone saying this is perfect? Check. Yeah, is that it? Okay, well, hello. We got that. See, I needed to focus group this. I needed to focus group this a little bit, because, it's hard. I haven't quite got the mixes down. The guitar is very loud in my ear. The voice is almost non-existent. So I was like, but the meter, I could look at the meter, and the meter was telling me something completely different. And I was like, wait a second. My voice has been very low in the last few videos, like annoyingly low, and I couldn't figure out why. And it was because there's like a software mixer, and that had somehow got turned down. And so I put that back up for the voice, but the guitar one was already still up, so I didn't touch the guitar one. I knew that was already pretty loud, and I figured we'd just figure out the guitar volume from there. Oh. Okay, well, who do we have here? Jeff E., Desert Doug, Tony Howe, Electric Gypsy Blues, Platinum Strat, CPO, William Marshall, Free Money. It's a good name. Alfred Mercurio, Joel Bateman, Morgan Kaiser, Ben Coombs. What's up, Ben? Mark, what's up, Mark? Of course, Ed Axman, Electric Gypsy Blues. Something like that. I do have to tune this guitar. Well, like that. Okay. We got Station Unrest, Terry 3Gs, got Ricky, Compton. We got Taylor, 315. Gary Davlin, of course. Pretty much a regular. Larry John, Joel Bateman. Chris, is it Bellevue? Yeah. Got Braxel. We got I'm a Fool. Another great name. Davidas, what's up? In honor of Davidas has to have his own intro music, right? I miss you, bro. I wish we could have done Summer Nam or something. Something. Yadi Matzi, Alex Obilius, something. Of course, Pooh Ninja, BC Rich, Rockin' More from Plymouth Rock. James Severin, OH, Braxel, Alfredo, Mercurio, gotta use your thumb on that one. Look at me, I'm Flea. I think that. You should make a song about a ribeye. I should. Yeah. Over ribeye steak. Eat it at my wake. Got your coffee on? Like I kind of do. Not gonna lie, I started this cup a little early. I'm more than halfway through it. What's up, Guitar Hack? NAMM's been canceled, unfortunately. Yeah, and you know what? They finally moved the Dallas show. Dallas has been finally canceled for 2020. They moved it twice. And finally, they moved it again. They're like, now it's postponed to 2021. Like, yeah. Yeah. I think the locals were like, no. Little jazz there at the end. Yeah, I know exactly. That event was basically Chinese democracy all over again. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Hey, you know what? We should do a bit of lacquer cam. Lack cam? Oh, yeah. You know, the thing's got the vintage vibe. I hadn't played it in a little bit. It's because it was cased up. It's got a crack right there. It's all character. That's crackator. It's character. You know. Oh, man. What's up, Joel? What's up, Quentin? Oh, yeah, we got a few people here. This is, oh, God, green, you know that green? Oh, my God, I can't believe I can't think of it right now. Someone will remember it and remind me. With the real green. What's the real name of it? It's begins with an S, right? No, God. Somebody help me, please. Sherwood Green, that's it. Sherwood. Yeah, Sherwood Chick. I kept thinking Shamrock. Like, I was like, it's not Shamrock. For Christ's sakes, I'm from Boston. I know what a goddamn Shamrock is. There's no way that's Shamrock. It's Sherwood. And then I kept thinking Hunter Green. I'm like, you know it's not Hunter, bro. Like, you just that's just laughable right there. It's like, what is it again? Sherwood Green is in the Sherwood Forest. Isn't it? Would Sherwood look nice on a Strat? I think it comes from the automotive industry, right? Most of their metallic paint jobs. Oh, no, Sherwood was the correct answer. Sherwood Williams green? Is that really is it from Sherwood Williams? That wouldn't surprise me, quite frankly. But I thought most of their finishes, I thought came from the automotive industry, for the most part. Steve, isn't that the guitar you got a screaming deal on? Yeah, this guitar was pretty much a textbook and risk reward, high risk but high reward. I bought it. I drove up to New Hampshire to check it out. They wanted like $10.99, and it was dropped to $7.99. And I was curious because I said, "My God, if I'd known any better, I'd say with the Sherwood green and the dot inlays that's a 59 reissue, right? I mean, they were putting them out. I mean, the mint green pickguard. I was all over it. But when I got up there, like it kind of wasn't. It was that, but it wasn't that because it's like it didn't have the right amount of holes. It had the holes for a 62, and it didn't have the right decal. The decal was actually off a little bit. And the more I looked at it, I was like, I think this is a parts guitar, So anyway, I was talking with them, and I'm like, look, dude, this guitar's got problems. Let's, what do you want to do? And they were like, give us a price. And I regret not saying $500, but I said $600, and because they wanted $7.99. I should have said $500. I don't know what I was thinking, but I go $600. And then he said, okay, but that's like a non-return price. And at that, I had an end to say, well, no, for a non-return price, I'll give you $500. Again, I should have negotiated a little bit better at that spot, looking back on it. But I was comfortable paying $600 because, a 59 neck, which is what this was, I looked up the night before, it sold for $625 just for the neck. On eBay. That's sold for $625. So I was like, just get it. You'll figure out something. So huge risk because I can't return it, but I could tell it was lacquer, and it sounded good. And I said, if I'd known any better, I'd say those were Custom Shop 69 pickups because I had Custom Shop 69s, and my other guitar, my CS guitar. What's that? It's not a Custom Shop. It's Players, right? It's like the Custom Shop designed, right? They called it like the CS Players guitar, and it was made in Mexico, but it was like 12-inch radius, and for 1 year they put in Custom Shop 69 pickups, like signed on the bottom, and that's the one I have. I go, geez, if I didn't know any better, I'd say they sound like that. That's what these are, but they're not the signed ones. They have the hologram, though they're just the straight up Custom Shops. And whoever did the work, it is stellar. The work on this, opening it up, whoever put it together, it's quality work, big time. So when I got it home and I opened it up, I realized it's way off, right? The decal shouldn't have 3 patent numbers on it. Only a real 62. First, if it has 3 patent numbers, it's a 62, right? Because if it's less, it's like a 61, right? Or a 60. And if it's got more on it, it's like a 63 or a 64. So for that year, the 3 patent numbers is like 62. You can only get that 2 ways. You can only get that 1 in Custom Shop or 2 on a real 62. And this wasn't either. It wasn't a Custom Shop and it wasn't a real 62. So what the hell was it? When I opened it up, the body was clearly a 62 Fender AVRI from 1999. And they did do a 62 in Sherwood Green in 1999. So if that all checked out, serial number, everything, it's all correct. Like a part number stamped in there, right? Same with the neck. The neck has a part number stamped on it when you look it up. And with the date on it, the neck is a 2016 59 reissue. And sure enough, they did come out. The 59 reissue was out in 2016, and you could get the 59 AVRI. That's the only way you can get the dot inlays. And so here's what I think this guy did. He wanted a 62. So he gets a 62 body. He gets the 59 neck because it has the clay dot inlays, and he wants that because he thinks that looks authentic. And he basically just puts on an authentic 62. Forget that the neck shape is a little different. These are a little flatter on the back than the 62. I think this is more of, I think they call this the 59D shape. So I don't think the neck shape is exactly the same. I think it might drop off a little quicker on the side. I'm not really sure. I'd have to feel them side by side like a direct comparison, but this is not a 62 neck, right? It's a 59 neck. And it even has the part number stamped on it. It's even dated. And I just think the guy just put it together. So it's a hell of a parts guitar. And for $600, it was a total friggin' score. It came with a hard case. And the hard case actually was an old hard case from like the early 80s. And when I opened it up, it had the manual for a Fender the Strat, a guitar I had already owned. So not only did I get like this guitar for short money, it came with the matching case for a guitar I already owned and didn't have the original case for, which was the Fender the Strat. Hey, what's up, Krell Bar? Are they noiseless? No, they're definitely not. I'm hearing noise there. Yeah, so it's a parts caster, sure. But I think if I parted it out, I'd get back my $600 on the neck alone. Maybe not, because they changed the decal. People are weird like that, you know. Certainly, I'd get back the $600 I paid for the guitar, you know. A Brazilian rosewood? No. This is the 59 AVRI. It's a reissue. That's not Brazilian rosewood. That's regular rosewood with just the clay dot inlays. It was a look. Look, the guy, whoever built this guitar, was going for a look, and he got it. Yeah, $600. Technically, if you look at the receipt, and I bought it in person in New Hampshire, there's no sales tax. That's pretty sweet, right? So it literally was that exact amount. It was $5.99. I forget if it was $5.99.99 for the guitar and 1 penny for the case, or $5.99 even for the guitar and $1 for the case. But either way, it was like either a penny or $1 for the case, and they actually listed them separately. You know, and they did list clearance item, no return. I was like, sure, I'll do it. Guitar hack, nothing wrong with the parts guitar if it's all good parts. Exactly. I tell you, I was a little bummed when I first opened it. I was like, oh my God, what the hell did I buy? Did I really just go dump $600 on some like thing? But all the part numbers checked out. It's a 1999 body. In fact, I forget it. I used to know it. I could probably look it up. So it's an October 2016 neck, and it's a 1999 body. I thought it was like later in the year. It might have been like November, or I forget now. Big fan of the Fender Pure Vintage 59. Also a fan of that. Fender makes some pretty good pickups just right straight up in their, in their lineup. The Custom Shop 69s are great. A lot of people love the Fat 50s. That's I think in my Strat I have that. It's a great sounding set of pickups. They make a few in the straight up lineup. The good. Some people like the Texas Specials. They're a little mid range pushed for me. I do like their 57/62 set. That's sort of like the Strat sound. These are a little bright. The 69s are known to be crisper, brighter. Yeah, it usually costs you $1,000 to build that guitar, right? Right? If I went to go buy the neck, like I said, I looked up the neck. Like the night before, I was looking to see 57. I mean, not 57, 59. I looked at to see 59 reissues because I thought it was a 59. It wasn't until I got there and I looked at it and said, wait a second. It's got too many screws. It's supposed to have one fewer screw in the lineup. That's not right. And then I was like, wait a second. This isn't what I think it is, right? But when I looked up, right, just to say, well, what does a used 59 AVRI go for? Used, and they were all north of $1,000, really even north of 1,100. Online, and the only thing that was cheap, that was like $6 1/4, was just a neck off of one. And that was one of the sold items. And I remember kind of saying to myself, well, at the very least, just the neck alone is $6 1/4, right? And it's got clay dot inlays. There's no Fender neck with clay dot inlays. But then when I got there, and I was like, wait a second, that shouldn't have serial numbers on there because they haven't done patent numbers. It shouldn't have the patent numbers up there. They haven't done patent numbers in forever, right? So it's a little bit of a mystery. And again, it was a high risk because I could have got home and this could have just been some dude's friggin' homemade parts guitar, but it just felt nicer than that, You could just tell. You're like, wow, this feels like genuine Fender, and it feels like it's got some money into just the nut, right? It's hard to even say, but it's just, it's soft and supply shaped. You know what I'm saying? It's a work of art, for Christ's sakes. What happened to Acoustic Week? Oh, that's right. We were going to do Acoustic Week. We'll do that next week. Totally forgot about that. That's right, Acoustic Week. Holy shit. Somebody remind me. I need an assistant. All right, so just to talk about the topic of the night, we're 30 minutes in. We've got a good group here now. Just to talk about the the item of the week, which is 42 Gear Street returns. I don't know if a few of you remember last year, I went to Henning's house and went to 42 Gear Street. He does an event there where he brings brands and YouTubers in, and we do stuff. And, you got to hand it to the guy. He really does, he does a lot of work to get that to happen. He had like 3 studios there last year. And he had this whole area set up. In fact, I could even do I wonder if is that even possible? Hold on. Let me see here. Ba-doo-doo. I'm going to go here. And then here. And then, of course, probably here. Yeah. And then there. And I think we learned last time that I couldn't let me go here, taskbar settings. There we go. That I couldn't yeah, there we are. Now, if I go here to here, and I choose with that one, yeah. What's that? Oh yeah, that's with me. Now let me see. Is this gonna friggin' work? I don't know. That seems to be working. I'm just seeing it here on my screen. But you know what? I'm going to go back to the comments and just confirm that you saw that move from one slide to another. Because the last time I did this, I spent a long time going through those slides for people to say, it never moved off the first slide, bro. But, so I just want to just triple check right now, because I see Mike says, I enjoy the slides, but not the technical difficulties. Exactly. So Station Unrest says it works. He saw it go from slide 1 to slide 2. Looks good. Yeti Matsi said, you saw it? Yeah, okay. All right. Well, that gives me a tiny ray of hope. Okay, I'm saying yeah. People saying yes, it's scrolling. Good. All right, good. And then I have to go back here and here. All right, good. So here we are. This was like my 5th trip that summer. How many? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this was my 7th or 8th trip that summer. So as you can see, I was thrilled. I'm back at the International. Look at that. That's people. Look at that. Oh my God. There's my friggin' what appears to be some sort of dining cart in the sky. Let's face it, it's just one big dining service until you land. And yeah, that was over Europe somewhere. And then now we're in Germany. We're driving out to Henning's place. And we're at Henning's house now. Contrary to popular belief, it's not 42 Gear Street. It's 4. That's me and Rich from Hughes and Kettner. Super awesome guys. Super awesome amps. Me being artsy fartsy. Look at that. God. Brings a tear to your eye. That is the German countryside. And we're all excited. We're heading out. Woo! 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 All right. Hold on. Let me go back here. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go back to this one. I think it's working. Let me double check. I think it's working. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay, just to get, so you get the whole screen. Not just me. This is the wall of Friedman's upstairs. Friedman obviously was someone that was there last year. And there we are hanging out. I don't think any of these people are back this year. You should check out 42 Gear Street 2 to see who's back this year. But he's doing the same thing. See how he has his tent set up? He's doing the same thing again. He's going to set up these big tents and these big areas. See there? Big old tent area. With seating areas here. And if you notice on the other side of this, there's another seating area over there. All kinds of gear set up. He had it good, set up. Because that's a sort of a place to hang out rather than hang in the studio. That was one of my meals that was just freaking amazing. I gotta say, the hotel had an amazing chef. Really, really good. This was one of the first days here. We had a little rain and it was a little chilly, but we all sat around and got the gist of it to get going. A little wide shot there for you. Now, I'm pretty sure he'll be back, right? He'll be back. He might be the only one in here that I can see that is definitely, other than Henning, who's definitely back. Yeah, this is we're out to dinner. I don't know. I don't think Tom's back. I think who is going though is it's on the that guy plays guitar. He's really good at it. This is again we're out to dinner. Wonderful night out. This is a little little Inception shit for you right there. Look at that calzone. It's a happy man right there. Of course, I got the steak with fries because everything goes with fries in Germany. That's the control booth that he has set up. So down there, you can see the studio in the background. And here's his little board. He'll have this all again and then some, He really does have quite an operation going there. This is our usual. I don't even want... I think he's trying to live stream, right? He's got a live stream going. And this is Ryan going, what are you trying to live stream? We're just having fun. What's all like that? Again, I don't think either one of them, because we're banned. We can't go to the EU right now. Something about where, the great unwashed. And you know what? They might be right. We're going to bring disease and vermin. This is a castle because every German town is built around a castle. And so we went up there. You can see we're way up high. As we head up to go to a restaurant way up there. That's inside the castle, I believe, castle walls. We're heading up, way up. You can see off in the distance, way over there. We're up there. It's pretty good. Little German square for you. I was going to say that might be RJ, but it's not. That's Phil McKnight right there, though. That's for sure. The entrance to the castle. Have fun storming the castle. Me and China Guitar Skeptic. Ibanez was there. I don't know if Ibanez is going to be there again this year. He was a little vague on the... he said he was going to do a lot of distributors this year instead of brands. So I don't know which brands. This is Ortega. They were there last year. I think that's another Ortega. More Ortega. A Friedman, I have one of these. We tried it out in a live show a few weeks ago. It was pretty sick. It has you can see the little switch right there. See? Like this little notch. And it's like a regular mode and 2 psycho modes. Really over the top. Again, more stuff from some of the brands. And I do recognize, I think Synergy might be there again. Or at least the distributor for these products, right? Might be there again. A bit more here. I can't see the comments right now, so we'll have to catch up. Hold your questions for the end. Good looking back though, right? That almost looked like Brazilian rosewood, but it almost surely isn't. But Brazilian rosewood used to look like that, a little weird, big streaks in it and stuff. Engel stuff. I have one of these cab loaders. Sounds awesome. A bunch of Engel Husa. That's the Hughes and Kettner fridge. I believe he got Marshall to send him a bunch of the Marshall fridges. So that's pretty sweet. Or he bought them, but he's got the Marshall fridges coming. That's one of the graphics from last year. Again, Ortega. This is this guy, John Dixon. He makes these cases that are like pretty crazy. It's this really strong aluminum. And, once they're in there, you can like practically throw these things around. It's got the Mayonnaise, I think that's another Mayonnaise. And I want to say that's Tone Fuchs right there. And yeah, no, this was a pretty amazing case. Now this is a weird area. So this is out, once you got past the tent was actually like sort of grafted onto an open garage. And so, you could go in the garage, and he had the studio here so you could watch people as they recorded. Again, that's a lot of work to run that cable all the way over from across the street to do that. This is quite a setup he had going in here. And I'm just taking photos. Don't mind me. If he doesn't do this shirt again, I'm going to kill him. Okay? You hear that, Henning? I will kill you. Because we had to sub. I'm wearing headphones in my shot, you bastard. The hell is this? And and some people like him, he got a good shot. RJ gets a good shot. It's like Phil, like Colin. It's like he's getting us with our mouths open as much as he can. I still have several. We might have to give one of those away. I have a few of those shirts. If you want one of those shirts, let me know. I might have one. Or two. More pedals from the pedal people there. That was by Maybach. I really like that guitar. That was called the Little Wing. It was sort of a fan favorite. And more live streaming. Fun with, I want to say, Tone Fuchs, Friedman, and of course Tone King amps. That's them up in the booth doing work. That's Sammy Bowler. Amazing guitar player. If you've never heard him play, I have 2 videos of him from the NAMM show playing live. That's him. That's not a recording. The backing track is a recording. But that's him playing live. And man, that dude can play. We got the Fricky and China Mike. Of course, Frick, I think, has lost like 50 pounds since this photo's taken. From 60 Cycle Hum, Ryan. Glenn saying, I think this is a G chord. That G chord? A chord? Was it an A chord? Can I tell you how much I miss this guy? Seriously. This is, this guy is fun. You see that? That's a look of fun right there. Same with Phil. I was with Phil at like almost every event. He didn't go to Dallas, but I saw him at NAMM. I saw him at TGU. I saw him at Spirit Con, and then again at 42 Gear Street. Phil and I, man, we had a history last year. Here we are. in the booth. You can see. I'm telling you, man, look at the rig this dude's got. It's quite a rig. That's funny. Nice fade on an Ibanez. On the back of it. I want to say the Maybach. Right, yeah, right there. Maybach. Yeah. I also want to say Maybach. Yeah. Friedman? Friedman. Look at this is almost like guess the Ortega? Oh, we didn't get that one. That's Tom's guitar with the monkey wood in the front. I think Ortega. Banjo, 6-string, tuned like a guitar, sounds like a banjo. It's like a gitjo or a bantar. You know what? It was surprisingly fun to play. More of the people that were there. This guy had the sickest graphics of all of them. You know, the pedals were terrible. I'm just kidding, but the graphics were awesome. No, the pedals are pretty amazing. But you gotta admit he's got the sickest graphics. Right. Oh sure. The sub generator. The buffer belfry. The dead stag. I'm going to need a little bit more dead stag on that last track. The fuzzly bear. In between skin and meat. Can you turn I get a little bit more spurt on that? Horizon T. Who knows? Nobody does. Friedman. More Friedman. More Friedman. More Friedman. More Friedman. More Friedman. Wampler. 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 I have no idea. Ecstasy? Is that the brand or the name of the pedal? Volume gain, treble, middle, bass. There's the treble on the left. That makes no sense. That's the cat. Unlike his other cat, which was a lot less friendly, this one was like, I'm just gonna sleep here, like right in the middle of your couch. You can just sleep around me. And the cat was awesome, really friendly. Nice fade on the Ib. Nice fade on the Ibby headstock. More pedals. I think that's Maybach. Wampler. Oh, Wampler. Technically Synergy, but they're using an Engel amp. More Wampler. More Wampler. Oh, wait, no, that's Xavier. That's Trey. Though his nickname is Wampler. That is a street of sorts. More street-like. That, I want to say, is the moon out my hotel at night. After everyone's gone to bed, I'm out there and I have my phone. I said, oh, that looks pretty cool. I just took a pic with my phone. There was a donkey down in a shed or a barn not too far from where I was, like, I don't know, let's call it 15, 20 meters. And he would go a little crazy sometimes. Yeah, he might have been like right there or right next to it. And he'd go like, he'd just wake you up and start going cuckoo. It was like a car alarm going off. I don't know if he was in there or right next to that. But that's right outside my hotel like balcony. There I am getting some free prizes. You know, they had a swag bag from guys at Ortega. It was pretty nice, very nice. In fact, I want to say the swag bag from Henning was like one of the best ones. The guy really did put together. You know, he puts the pressure on the brands. It's appreciated. Here's that cat again. And this might be the final one. This is at the very end. This might be the last video shot, and we brought everybody in. So there's RJ, there's Glenn, there's me, but there's a light like bounced right off my face, of course. Jay Leonard J. There's Ryan, Gabor, Harry, Mike, and Trey, and Thomas Blug. And I don't remember who else was in this. Good crew, though. If you notice, here I am with the camera. Here's his hat. Here's his hat in real life, right? I'm shooting a screen. And this is it. This is the final shot. This was everybody from 42 Gear Street, year one. And I got to say, I was pretty happy with that shot. It's got some nice key lighting behind it. It's well lit from the front, though, and I thought everybody looked great. And it has everybody except me because I'm the one taking the photo. But I was going to say I was pretty happy with that shot. Yeah, I think that was everybody from year one. Good shot. We even got Phil. Ryan. Everybody, RJ. Everybody got in there. You know, that's the guy from Engel. And Uwe from Tone Fuchs. Harry. The whole crew. All right. Let me figure out what I'm doing here. And I gotta go, I think. There we go. And let me just kill this. And we're back. Yeah, Captain Carter's watching you. Yeah. Did I sneak out to the barn late at night? No. I tell you, one night I was in bed and I was just about to fall asleep, or I may have even fallen asleep. And that friggin' donkey started going like a goddamn car alarm. I was like, oh my God. And then he settled down, and that was it for the rest of the night. But, so Henning is doing it again. Look up the hashtag 42GS2, not the number 2. I think he spells it out TWO. So the number 4, let's not complicate things. #, the number 4, the number 2, the letter G, the letter S, the letter T, the letter W, and the letter O. I think that's the new hashtag. I hope it is. Was Rob Chapman ever invited? You know, he was just at the he was at the Tolman thing, so I don't think he'd be up for it. Yeah, that donkey was lonely. I love the Strat. Which one is it? This is the 62 reissue. Can we? Is that what we're going to call it? What are we going to call it? I mean, that's what the guy's going for with the thing. I mean, technically it is the 59 reissue neck, but it's the 62 body, and it is the 62 logo. You know, with the patent numbers. 62? I think maybe. There it is. Get my leg out of there. Green Gwendolyn, dude, I'm from Boston. This would be the Green Monster there, watch out. Is your guitar reissue? Yeah, this is it's an AVRI. It's all AVRI, which stands for American Vintage Reissue. All right, so it's all lacquer, right? They lacquer everything. You know, it's it's something that would probably sell new for like what, like $19.99, maybe $21.99. What's like a 62 AVRI go for? I don't even know. What's up, T. Jackson? Wasn't that supposed to be what Stevie Ray had, a 63 body with a 59 neck? Oh, is that true? Captain, we have a working theory. That, I wouldn't doubt that. I really wouldn't doubt that. If that's true, then certainly somebody would try that, right? I mean, if Stevie Ray does anything, someone's probably tried it. Is it an AVRI? Yeah, AVRI, exactly. What's up, Peter? So these pickups are actually fairly light in output. Like they clock in around 5.3, 5.4 DC resistant ohms. I mean, that's pretty low. Despite that, if I move them close to the pickups, they're too ice picky. I've learned to move them away. They sound better. despite the low output. How did you start playing guitar? I started when I was real little. My parents brought a guitar home, and I started when I was like 6. And I had lessons, with a guy for like 4 years. Yeah, it's like that's right over a note. Oh, it's nothing. There. But here, like nothing. You have to go more middle. Nothing. Because that's it right at the node. Right at the 5th, right? The distance from here to here and here to here are exactly the same. So when you note it right there and the note is right there, you get no vibration above it. The more you know. Steve from Boston, SRV number 1 was a 63 body matched to a 62 neck. Sure. Do you ever feel different guitars should be played differently, like certain genres? Well, I can tell you it feels a little weird to play like a lot of like real heavy metal on a guitar like this. I would definitely want something with a Floyd Rose. Like if I was going to do like really heavy, that type of stuff, yeah. And even Zeppelin on this always feels like more like a blues, that sort of R&B style playing with a guitar like this than like with the Les Paul. But I mean, you can play anything on any guitar, but certainly you're more of in a mood, right? It just feels right. Definitely. What do you currently have your eye on as far as gear goes? Nothing really, other than I'm still trying to work with the guys from Nectar to see if I can get one of those Nectar keyboards here. But everyth's screwed up with the pandemic. They're out of stock. If you notice, they're out of stock a lot of places. So it might be just tricky getting stock right now. So bright. Hey, what's up, Edwin? I feel the same way about Gibson's slow. I love it when someone else is playing one. Yeah. All right, now who's trying to come downstairs right now? Oh, thanks, Jeffy. Much appreciated, man. Thanks for another awesome live stream and sharing the pics from last year. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, you should follow that stuff. I'm sure they're going to have some great videos. I even have, and get your thoughts on it, but I even have some leftover footage from last year, and I could just I'd probably edit it down a little bit. And it's not the best footage. He was having a little issue with drop frames, but it's not too bad. It's certainly workable and usable. I should put those out, especially right around this time when it's going on with that, because, what better time than now? Plus, it tortures Henning. When I'm playing, I've got to have single coils. Yeah, not always. I do like a humbucker, especially when I'm feeling like in a Floyd Rose mood, where I want something with a Floyd Rose and I want something with humbuckers, without a doubt. Guitars and cigars are tough to get in Canada right now. There's a lot of stuff that's tough to get right now. A lot of electronics related stuff, without a doubt. "42 Gear Street 2, the best news for 2020. You know what? He's the only one who's going to have a show this year. I mean, pretty much after the NAMM show, no one else had a show. A show as early as the International Guitar Festival in early May was canceled. So what shows are there this year? None. He'll be the only show, other than the 2020 NAMM show, in 2020. All the other shows got postponed. And because of that, they're kind of in a bubble a little bit. In other words, I don't think he's bringing anyone in from outside the European Union. And it's because European Union people can freely travel, but I think it gets a little trickier once you get outside of the European Union. And certainly the United States is on like the friggin' ban list because, statistics. So when the numbers are bad, you're going to get banned. And where I don't think we can go right now for anything other than essential travel. Like, in other words, I'd have to have like a dying parent or something, maybe. I don't know. You'd have to have like a really good... And then, even if I went, when I got back, they wouldn't let me back into Boston. We have like a 14-day quarantine unless I can show I passed the test within 48 hours of arriving. So it's like no one's going from North America, and in fact, some people even from Europe can't go. It's pretty much European Union. So a lot of guys from the UK, Germany, perhaps France, but oh God, it's going to kill me if I can't think of his name. I'm going to see if I can find this guy's name. He's a really, really good player. Let me just look this up. Just bear with me. It is do. Yeah, Max Solo is going to be there. He's in Berlin. That makes it easy. Let me see. Who knew I subscribed to so many people? He's in my subscription list here somewhere. Somewhere. I don't subscribe to that many people. Not Chris Buck. Not Tom Quayle. Not Martin Miller. He is a Quayle Miller level player. I'll find it. Calm down. It'll be here. I clearly already went past it. Because I got to the end and I didn't see it. Where are you, buddy? You're in here somewhere. Or not. No. New. So, someone will remember. The hell is it? Do. He's that guy. He plays guitar. He's really good. Really good at guitar. With the playing. And the guitar playing. You know. Hold on. I'll find it. No. None of these people. No. Definitely not. Not him. No, it's not Dave Simpson. It's not Kafur, because Kafur couldn't go. Or he would have been there. No, Wallerman lives in North America. North America, he can't go. No, British guy. Really good guitar player. Really, really good. And it's killing me that I can't remember his name. Because he is that good. That's how good he is. He's so good. I can't remember his name. That's how good he is. Let me see here. Oh, wait. Maybe he has a story. Those are good places to find people. Nope, not Rick Graham. Not Tom Quayle. He was there last year. CSG Mike. I can't think of his name. Who's the really amazing Brit guitar player besides yourself? Who's going to Jack Gardner? And the correct answer was Jack Gardner. Jack Gardner. If you don't know Jack Gardner, you're lost. He's an amazing friggin' guitar player. Yeah, right. Yeah, Jack is amazing. Jack is amazing. Jack is friggin'. He is sick, man. He is a Quayle level player. He's a Quayle Miller level player. You know, he's in that. You know, he's in the majors, as we like this. He's in the majors. What's up, Rob? Yeah, Jack G, exactly. Jack Gardner won the UK Got Talent competition. Did he really? Like a real, like, legit, like, TV show? Not some, like, you know, music store or guitar brand sponsored thing? Like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, open to more than guitar players? That's pretty sick, if that's true. Yes, Jimmy Page, Tony Iommi, and G Blackwell, exactly. Hey, what's up, Robert? Yeah. Minor. All right. What time is it? 8:19. Ordered up a Harley Benton Explorer with gold hardware. Harley Benton Stingray bass. Nice, yeah. You know what? The Harley Benton's good stuff for short money. By the way, thanks again for the THU patches. Yeah, I usually have a link for my THU patches, including the one you're hearing right now. Steve, sorry, late. Guitar practice went a little long. That's okay. That's the only excuse. You know what? We haven't done Crazy Train yet. Gonna miss you and antics next week, bro, but we'll get you there digitally, I promise. Oh, please do. Please do. You know, you got to get me in on a like a live show or three, and we'll do this. That StreamYard thing seems to be a thing. The only thing that worries me about it is that if you don't do it from Henning's house, if you do it from the hotel, it's going to be an absolute disaster because there is no friggin' internet out there. But Henning's house had actually pretty decent internet considering it's out in the middle of friggin' nowhere. Hey, what's up, Pete? Is that dual heavy rig patch? Yeah, that's the dual heavy rig patch. And demonetized. Isn't that great? Isn't that Gray Bush's video game demonetized? That white Stratus had anything special? No, that right there is just a Mexican made in Mexico. Classic 70s reissue. So this is lacquer, but that's poly, right? So this is made in America, and it's the AVRI, American Vintage Reissue, but that's the classic series. I used to have a 50s. Actually, I do have a 50s made in Japan one. Do I have a 60s right now? I do. I have the classic player, but that's a flatter fingerboard. But I do have a 60s classic player. Oh, thanks, Rob, for the coffee. Oh, much appreciated, man. I might have missed a comment here or two. Let me just double check. Oh, okay, so the post office is set up for stream audio. Oh, cool. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense, yeah. Probably hardwired their hotshot, too. If you don't get 5, you might get my room, which was one of the cigarette rooms, man. You better hope they finish that renovation, or you could be one of the smoke-filled rooms. It's really a parts caster. It's a 62 AVRI body, a 59 AVRI neck, and custom shop 69 pickups. Alex says, I have an MIJ ST54. That's what I have too. I have the ST54. Love the V-neck on it, right? The V-neck on that. I think only the Clapton signature has a harder friggin' V on it. I love the V-neck on it. And some people don't like the V. I friggin' love it. Once you go V... You having 5, really? Well, count me in for at least 3. I don't know. I'll be around, though, because if you think about it, you're 6 hours ahead, so, you just tell me when you're having it, and I can be around at that time. Mid-80s MIJ Strats are amazing. Yeah, mine's late 80s. I think mine's 89. But still, it's when they really started to do the classic series, pretty much full bore. They had the ST, 54, 57, 62. I don't know if they ever did an ST65 or a 69, or 68, but they definitely had those. Yeah, absolutely, man. Stratocaster's a parts caster. Telecaster also a parts caster. Well, it depends. Is the neck... to me, a parts caster is achieved when the neck and the body didn't come out of the factory together. That's a parts caster. All right? Period. So, unless the neck and the body were delivered, bolted on from Fender, you have a parts caster in front of you. You can change the whole pickup assembly, and I won't call it a parts caster. Period. That's a mod. You change the neck out, you change the body out, you're a parts caster. That's my Mendoza line on that. Still have the Kramer SM1? Absolutely. Oh, thanks, a little hooker jam. Thanks, buddy. Ever own a JB Player electric guitar? I remember the name. I don't think I ever owned one. Probably because I don't think we were a dealer. Though that is the type of brand that they would pick up. They'd go to NAMM and find them and so yeah, we'll pick them up as long, if there's good margins. But I kind of remember that name, but I don't, I know. So is that a brand, or are you thinking the Jeff Beck guitar? I don't know if you're talking about like the Jeff Beck signature guitar from the 80s that had a neck like a friggin' baseball bat. That guitar I do remember, right? Seafoam green, big giant baseball bat neck that everyone was like, what was he thinking? But unless you're talking about that, the Jeff Beck signature, no, not JB Player, not as a brand. Played guitar, I think, since the last time I had a live show. Seriously. This whole week has been kind of short there, hot shot. Clapton's Blackie, Brownie were technically parts casters by that definition, since they were thought to be the two best necks that were made into the two best sounding bodies. If it's post sale, in other words, if he just found a couple of the necks that he liked, if it's done in the if he goes in the factory and they do it there, no, because only Fender can put a neck on the body, and it's never about a parts caster, right? Only they can do it. If it's after, then yeah, technically it is. Yeah, if it's after the sale and they had to unbolt it from a guitar and remove that part and put that part on another body, parts caster, period. Oh yeah, I shot the Chevy. The clay dots are so dark. Famous Strats and parts casters. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, Pete White died. I think I did see that on Facebook. Steve, do you still own your Ibanez guitars? Yeah, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at 5 right now. Out of a rack of 10. And I almost played the Ibanez tonight because Ibanez was a brand from 42 Gear Street last year. I just wanted to do one of the brands that was there. But then I saw this, and I was like, yeah, I kind of missed this one. Sorry. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Oh, sure. Yeah, there it is. Right. The names since yeah. No, Alex has it right. Can't stand losing you. I saw you so many times today. That looks a lot like the 59 reissue model number. They did make a 59 reissue, but this is definitely a 62 body. They didn't make a 59 reissue in 1999, and this is dated 1999. Plus, it has the correct amount of screw holes. And none of them, can't stress this enough, none of them, other than Custom Shop or an original one from the 1960s, would have the 3 patent numbers. They stopped doing that. Your best AVRI does not have the patent numbers. They just don't. Once the patents expire, they don't put them on there anymore. It's optional. They still own the number, but they don't have to display it any longer. So they don't. Unless you get a Custom Shop, because God forbid you put out a guitar that wasn't exactly like the original and it's out of the Custom Shop, they will have your friggin' head in a platter. So if you get a Custom Shop, it will be like the original, but any of the AVRIs will not. Yeah, welcome back, Connor. I've been listening to that's been a little bit of an earbug in my head lately, right? It's like GAD, right? It's like 4, 5, 1. Welcome back to the 2 chord. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back. Then it's like F sharp minor. Themes have all the B dominant 7. Since we turned around. Alright, who'd have thought? You need a Frankenstrat, Steve? Yeah. I never had one. I never had a striped one. Came close, but sold before I had a chance. It was really cheap. And I was like, oh, I'll buy that. Sold. Ibanez has a rich old history. They do. A lot of people don't realize just how long they've been around, but they've been around for a really long time. You giving up, Pete? Were you trying to ask me a question and I missed it? I'll go back a little bit. I don't see it. I have a signed photograph of John Travolta. Yeah. Up your nose with a rubber hose. What was the, God, Horseshack, right? Ooh. Juan Epstein. That's such formidable years. So when did Welcome Back, Kotter come out? When was the pilot? Was it 76 or was it 77? I don't really remember. I feel like it was 77. But I could be, it probably was 75 and I don't even remember. The AVRI is worth it a lot over the regular Professionals Originals. Probably not, but if you want lacquer, it's the only way you're going to get it unless you go custom shop or some of the select models, like, for instance, the Fender Select. And they do have a handful of lacquer ones that'll come out of Mexico, but again, they're only limited runs. It's not a general series you can just run out and get. So as long as you have no problem with poly, then I think the Ventera and I think the Classic series are great. I love the Classic series. I think you'll get better hardware and you'll get a better, like I said, the nut on this, I was like, wow, that's really nice, you know? Really, really well done. Noticeably better. Have a great night, Rob. Hey, what's up, Blackjack? What's up, Pierre? Right, twice as far with a candy bar, right? 75, 76, wow. 75, damn. Now I really feel old. But if I think about it, it makes sense because when was Grease? 78 or 79, right? When was Saturday Night Fever? 77 or 78? Then he had moved on, right? He moved on. Wasn't he gone from Welcome Back, Kotter at that point? What was the other one? Fish. And what was the one with the yeah, 78. So that makes sense. By the time by the time he gets to making movies, he's done with TV, just like most actors are. What was the name of the Tom Hanks one? Was it Bosom Buddies? Billy Crystal, I think, started on Soap, playing one of the first openly gay characters on TV. I remember that. Love Soap. What was the other one around there? What was the all-girls one? Remember that? There's like the tough girl and the hot girl and like like the filler girls, right? The hot girl and the tough girl, the two ones you remember. Yeah, Barney Miller for sure. $6 Million Man. Yeah, right. Facts of Life. The Facts of Life. Yeah. Yeah. Space 1999. Trying what else? The other big one. So, of course, early, I remember The Streets of San Francisco. Mannix. Cannon. Those are real early, though. And, of course, $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman and, of course, Wonder Woman. Yeah, Room 222. That was another great one. Charlie's Angels. Yeah. Sanford and Son, WKRP. I feel like WKRP was more of an 80s show. I feel like that's like 80 to 85. Was WKRP late 70s? When did WKRP actually get when was their pilot? 8 is enough. Again, no, I guess that was 70s. That was late 70s, wasn't it? That was like 78, right? Space 1999. That's a deep cut, right? Hey, Davey. Getting up in the morning, like 5 a.m. I was such an early riser back then. Not anymore. But my God, yeah, a Quinn Martin production. One Day at a Time was One Day at a Time at Valerie Bertinelli? No, Valerie Bertinelli was in. That was a different one. Barnaby Jones. Oh my God, yeah. Yes, Barnaby Jones. Epilogue, Barnaby Jones. Yeah, the Rockford Files. Love the Rockford Files. And Columbo. And Kojak. Oh my God, someone just wrote Columbo and Kojak and Quincy. Heart versus Heart. SWAT. Emergency. Who remembers Emergency and Mod Squad? I don't want to get too old on you, but Emergency and Mod Squad. So huge. 78 for WKRP. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Happy Days, of course. That probably debuted. It might have even debuted as early as 74. Happy Days. I feel like Happy Days was over by like 77, 78, right? They probably had a huge cast shake up. And then like Potsy was the star for like 78 and 79. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Alice. Oh, I loved Alice. That was a great show. Alice. Yeah. Yeah, One Day at a Time was Valerie Bertinelli. Okay. All right. Yeah, One Day at a Time, Valerie Bertinelli. And The Facts of Life was the other one, right? One Day at a Time. Yeah, Adam 12. Yeah, but Al Bundy, he doesn't show up till 1990. All right, that's many years later. MASH. Good pluck on the MASH. Huge. I don't really remember MacGyver. That's more 80s. My 6-year-old loves Emergency. Well, it's got Randy Mantooth. I mean, anything with Randy Mantooth in it. Once you break out the Mantooth man meat, right? Fucking Randy Mantooth. What a name! What? Tell me that's a made-up name, Randy Mantooth. For Christ's sakes. Oh. Taxi. The episode where Jim goes for a slice. No, the best Taxi episode is when he tries to catch the cockroach with the with the freaking fishing pole, and the fishing pole, like, right? Alex is like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm telling you, this roach is big. All of a sudden, the pole, like, bends, like, really sharp over. And Alex is like, like, I got him. I love that one. Rhoda. Yeah. Starsky and Hutch. Now you're talking. Starsky and Hutch. Fantasy Island, Love Boat. Now you're getting into late. You're probably getting into the second half of the 70s, right? 75 and on. Hee Haw. Yeah. Randy Mantooth. Holy shit. The Waltons. Absolutely. Huge. Huge. Gotta remember, we had 4 stations, right? We had 3 stations with new content, and we had like 2 stations with recycled content, right? On the ultra band. So on very high frequency, we had VHF band all over the air. It was 4, 5, and 7, which was CBS, NBC, and ABC. And then when 56 and 38 were ultra high band, like independent stations that really was all recycled content, syndicated material, and like movies. Had an emergency lunchbox. Did I have an emergency? I probably had a $6 million man. I gotta think I had that. I might have had a Banana Splits lunchbox. Probably had a $6 million man lunchbox. Lunchboxes were huge back then. Hulk. Yes. Hulk was huge back then. With who was it? Who played the main? Of course, Lou Ferrigno, but who played? Is it Baxter? No, that's the character's name. Bugs Bunny. Yeah, but Bugs Bunny in '75 was like, that Bugs Bunny really was from the '40s. Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard, but they're late into the '70s, right? When I think of Dukes of Hazzard, I think more early '80s than 70s for Dukes of Hazzard. Even with Knight Rider, Chips, that is '70s. Chips, bingo, absolutely a '70s show, without a doubt. Yeah, Bill Bixby. Feels like Bill Bixby's the character's name, but it's not. I loved Columbo. I friggin' loved it. In fact, The Simpsons did a play on Columbo that was brilliant. It was all the Columbo isms, and it was perfect. And Nelson played Columbo. It was perfect. Yeah, Kung Fu. Oh my God, Kung Fu Sensei. Oh my God. Kung Fu was huge. David Carradine. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Chips, yeah. I don't remember Airwolf. I feel like that's more 80s. Rat Patrol, I don't remember that. I remember what was that one in the morning? What was the one with John Denver in the morning? Space Buddies? And what was it? Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. Anything by Sid and Marty Krofft, right? And then was it Wonder Girl? Something like that, I forget. It was like a total rip-off of Wonder Woman. Night Girl? No, God, I can't think of it. A Night Gallery, yeah. And of course, was it Unsolved Mysteries? With Oh, yeah, Land of the Lost, Wonderbug, Saturday mornings, yeah. Land of the Lost was huge. Used to love Land of the Lost. Yeah, Taxi. Yeah, the Muppet Show. Spark Show was Unsolved Mysteries. Was it? Was it Unsolved Mysteries? Far Out Space Nuts, Bob Denver, yeah. Electra Woman and Dynamo. See, Kralvar, he remembers them all. He's my pop culture anchor on this, right? Electra Woman and Dyna Girl, yeah. Yeah, T.J. Hooker, but I think of T.J. Hooker, again, it wasn't that more 80s? When I think of 70s, I think of, like All in the Family. Yeah, Land of the Lost. That was friggin' brilliant back then. The Lost Saucer with Ruth, Buzzy, and Jim Neighbors. Yes! Yes! Oh my God, The Lost Saucer. Oh my God, that's a deep cut right there. That's real deep. You know, Dynasty, Dallas. Again, I think of Dynasty as more like 1980 and beyond than 79. Schoolhouse Rock was huge, yeah. Land of the Lost was early 70s, definitely. Yeah, because I remember that when I lived in Hyde Park, and that was before 75. We moved out in the summer of 75 to West Roxbury. Yeah, In Search of, that's what it was, In Search of. Leonard Nimoy. An all-new In Search of, the Loch Ness Monster. Turns out it was fake. The guy confessed in his deathbed. Who'd have thunk? Right? Didn't he confess in like the 90s or the early 2000s? Oh, so TJ was 82. Okay, TJ was 80s. Okay. I thought, yeah. Of course, That's Incredible. And that was total 80s. And so was Walden's is total 70s. Absolutely. Sanford and Son, Good Times, Jeffersons, that's all 70s. Laughing's more 60s. I think I think of that more as like 67, 68, 69, right? And less in the 70s. 70s is like Super Friends, Good Times, Mork and Mindy, just because that character was so strong on his one, he had like an appearance and he was loved so much. He had so much buzz from his appearance on Happy Days. They friggin' wrote him a whole series. Yeah, see, That's Incredible. I want to say That's Incredible is 80s. Of course, Don Kirshner's rock concert. How many, show of hands, how many people remember Don Kirshner's rock concert? And then there was another one, too. What was the one that, other than Don Kirshner had one, and then there was another one that ran really late at night. I can't think of the name of it. It's killing me. Of course, Benny Hill back in the 70s, too, was huge in the States. When I mention it to my friends in England, they're like, dude, that's garbage. I'm like, really? He was loved here in the States. Laughing was 68. Yeah, that sounds right. Chips is absolutely 70s. Hee Haw is absolutely, I think of Hee Haw as 70s, at the very least early 70s. Of course, Happy Days. BJ and the Bears, I feel like that's 80s. Who remembers like 80 Steps to Jonah or James at 13 or that crap? Remember that crap? What the hell was that all about? Sheena. Oh my God, right. And Manimal. Oh my God, yeah. And what was that one in the morning? Kimba, the White Lion? Midnight Special. Midnight Special, yeah. The Munsters were on syndicated rerun in the 70s, but that's a 60s show. Just like the Monkees, a lot of shows were replayed. The Flintstones was from the 50s. A lot of those shows were in 60s. A lot of those shows were just syndicated and played on those UHF stations, those ultra high frequency stations like 56 and 38, where they just had all the syndicated material. You know? F Troop, yeah, although I think of F Troop maybe more as late 60s into early 70s, just like Hogan's Heroes, right? And kind of starting more like late 60s. And then it was just rerun on, again, a syndicated show. Yeah, The Great American Hero. I think of that. That was probably late 70s, but it feels more 80s to me. You know? Yeah, Hogan's Heroes for sure. Oh my God, Three's Company. That's right. That was 78? 77? 78? The problem with that is, Suzanne, they only had one season, and they already had a huge riff. They lasted one season with the original crew. When I went to go see Wicked a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago or something, when Wicked was all the thing, the rage, we went to go see it in Providence. And Larry, the guy next door in Three's Company, played the Wizard of Oz. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, H.R. Puffin stuff. You know who was Puffin stuff? The guys who created that. Yeah, Mr. Magoo, Channel 27, Worcester. For us, it was probably like Channel 38, WSBK, or like Channel 56, WLVI. 2-minute warning, really? But we're just getting into 70 shows. Fridays. I remember seeing Kiss on Fridays. Oh my God. I remember a huge, and I don't know if it was real or not, or what the hell was going on, but I remember a massive, like Andy Kaufman having a huge meltdown on Fridays. And I don't know if it was real or if it was staged. It was so friggin' weird, man. I don't know what the hell happened. Remember that? Remember when Andy Kaufman hosted Fridays? And it got ugly. Yeah, Seals and Marty Krofft. WSBK for Mr. Magoo. Oh my God! Not just Bozo's Big Top, but what was the other one around here? What was those shows? Remember the dude? God, he was like a cowboy dude. Oh my God! What was that dude in the morning? And there were two dudes, right? Mr. Kangaroo. What was it? Kangaroo. And then there was another one that was like a cowboy dude, and had a very radio voice, and he would do the like a super I can't remember it now. It's killing me. Rex Trailer. Thank you, Rex Trailer. That's what it was. Rex Trailer. Remember that. Romper Room. They never said my name. I always held a grudge against Romper Room. Watched that show for years. She always going, and I see, Quentin, and I see Michael, and I see Blur. Never said my name. It's like, you witch. Yeah, Captain Kangaroo. Andy Kaufman and Jerry Lawler. Yeah, I don't. It felt like it might have been staged. I don't know. It got ugly. It was a real friggin' meltdown. Where he, like in the middle of a skit, said, "You know what, guys, I can't do this." And one of the women going, "Oh no," and the dude coming out and going, "What is wrong with you?" Right? And it felt like it was live. I don't know. It was weird. Fridays, yeah. Exactly, Krell Bar. They'd be like, "I see Krell Bar," you know? And I'm like, it was all these like bizarre names. I'm like, can you just do a Steve once? Could I just get a Steve or a Steven? Never. Never. All right, well, they probably want to get out of lockdown from upstairs. And let me see if I can remember next week. Stay tuned for Acoustic Week. Next week I'll remember it for sure, right? All right. I thought the Strat did well this week, though. Count me a fan of the Strat. Let's go to Strat Cam. Oh yeah, there you go. The Green Monster. Technically, I don't name any of my guitars, so. There you go. All right, dudes. No, you rock. Just when it was getting good, right? I know. I know. Just when it was getting good. They pulled me back out. Good night, Virginia. All right, dudes. No, you rock. I will see you guys next week, the Hot Shot. We'll do Saturday Night Unplugged next week. I'll have to learn some acoustic songs this week. And we'll figure it out. All right. No, thank you, Ken. Well, thank you, Neil. Really? Thoughts on Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold? Great. I don't really know a ton about Avenged Sevenfold. I'm an old man. Notice the gray hair. But I've heard good things. I can't say I've heard anything bad. Sounds, there you go. No, you rock. All right, dudes. I'm going to call it a night. You guys are awesome. Super extra thanks to everyone who hung out. Super extra, super duper thanks to anyone who contributed. And as always, extra special, super mega thanks for the mods. All right, guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you in a week. And you rock, Hot Shot. No, you rock. All right. Later. Hot Shot.